Toastmaster and what?
Yeah, Madhumitha is giving her first speech in part presentation and public speaking. The project is icebreaker speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speaking. Timer note the time for the speech is 4 to 6 minutes.
Thank you, Toastmaster and what? Let me add.
Good morning, everybody. And I'm Madhumitha. So good morning to the fellow Toastmasters and guests. And I'm going to do my icebreaker speech. So before I jump into my speech, let me admit something about myself. So I'm very good at procrastination. And if there was a competition, let me tell you, I'll bring home the gold. So, but even though I procrastinate everything, I always manage to get my work done on time, just like how I got the speech done. So, a bit about myself. I was born and brought up in Chennai, and I've done most of my schooling also in Chennai. So, my dad works as a software engineer at Zohor, and my mom is a housemaker. But I also have a younger sibling. So, my younger sibling and I have an age gap of around 7 years. So, we generally don't gel very much. But then if we have to do something together, let's say if we have to get something from our parents, we are pretty good at that. We work together. So, other than that, I have done most of my schooling at Omega International. In Omega International, I have studied from 5th to 12th grade. So, from 5th to 10th grade, I was studying a stream called IGCSE. So, there it was mostly like I had a small group of friends. So, everything was like, let's say 15 people per class, and I used to have a lot of free time and not many homeworks. It was more like, okay, do whatever you want. But during 11th, my parents shifted me to CBSE. So I didn't like it that at all. I thought I wouldn't like this at all, and it was like 30 people per class. And let's say it was a bit stricter also there. So the first few months I used to come back home and I used to cry to my parents saying, I don't like school, I don't want to go here. I want to go back to IGCSE and I want to be with my old friends. But I had a lot of fun. But as time progressed, I realized I was very wrong. Here I started making new friends, and I also got to enjoy with a lot of people. So here, let's say when first I used to stay in class, I used to be in the corner of the class being a very silent person. But then, as let's say like after 4 or 5 months, the annual day came up. So during the annual day, that was the first time I bunked class in my life. So I used to bunk with my friends and I used to enjoy roaming around the campus, saying I was doing something for the annual day. So after my school life, I moved on to college. So till school, I used to stay in Chennai. So for college, I studied at Shastra University, where it was located at Tanjavur. So moving to Tanjavur, it was like a very new place. So being in Chennai, the city life, moving to Tanjavur in a village there was literally nothing. So here my mom used to give me everything that I wanted to my hand. It used to be like I didn't have to even search for anything. But after moving to hostel and spending like 4 years there, I realized that I had to do things by myself. So I had to get on with my laundry, my dishes, everything. So there, it was more like, okay, I learned what real life was. And I also made friends who had late night gossips and snack with. We used to stay up till 2 or 3 a.m. and we used to have fun. So there I learned what it was to have a lot of friends and stay away from home. So that was the pros of hostel. So after hostel, I again moved back to Chennai for work. So here working, I thought, since a very young age, I thought I used to love working. I thought I wanted to go for a job so I could be independent. But after I started my internship, I realized my school and college was the best. So here it's like, okay, you have to wake up at 5, 6 in the morning, go travel for like 30 kilometers in the morning, work for 9 hours, come back again 30 kilometers. And it's like already 7:38 by the time you come back home and you're tired. You cannot do anything else. So you sleep again, do the same thing on the weekdays. So after that, keeping all this aside, I would also like to tell about my hobbies and interests. So in my hobbies, I would say I would love to travel and explore stuff. So when I say travel, most of you would think, okay, shopping. I would go and shop for whatever is there. in that place or whatever is authentic in that place. But my kind of travel is very different. I would like to go and enjoy in a resort and spend time without shopping. I hate shopping. So I would go and I would be like, okay, let's wake up at 10 slowly and then let's like not cram the sightseeing too much. Get 1 or 2 places per day and relax. So the other thing I really enjoy about traveling is adventure parks. So I like roller coasters. Roller coasters is one of my favorite things, and I used to actually find theme parks where anywhere I go. Any location I go, I used to see, okay, this theme park is the best and this has the best roller coaster there. So speaking of adventures, I just added a new person in my life. So I would say it's a puppy, and that puppy has gotten a lot of new things, and it is actually very chaotic to have a puppy in life. I just realized. So it keeps running around and you have to keep taking care of it because it keeps biting everything it sees. So other than that, I would like to conclude my speech by saying that even though I love to procrastinate, I have a knack for procrastination, I always get my work done on time. And I also would say life is too short to keep everything serious. Just enjoy life and go with the flow. Thank you.